Thanks for taking the time today. And in what state do we find the Jets coming to Pittsburgh?
Well, thank you for having me. And a state of, I guess, excitement in some respects, a state of transition in other respects. Like I said in the story, last week was a week like no other, and this week wasn't far behind with the trade yesterday for Davante Adams. So, there's always something cooking here at the Jets. And so the story now is, the Steeler fans are going to see a Jet team coming in there with one of the greatest quarterback-receiver tandems in history, reunited on short notice. And we'll see how it goes.
Is there more to the firing of Robert Saleh than meets the eye, or was it just the losing? Simple as that.
Well, I think there's a little more than meets the eye. I think a lot of fans, revert to the narrative that Aaron Rodgers was pulling the strings and that he didn't like Saleh and had him fired. I don't think that's true. Based on all the reporting I've done, I think this was a Woody Johnson production, the Jets owner. I don't think he ever fully embraced Robert Saleh. Technically, he did not hire him because Woody was finishing up his ambassadorship in the UK when Saleh was hired. So technically, it was Woody's younger brother, Christopher. And I think he liked Saleh. I just don't think they had, a real close relationship. And obviously, I think he thought of firing him after last season, but he decided to give him a mulligan after Rodgers got hurt. And obviously a very short leash this year, 5 games, which is just, way too short in my opinion. And so I think this was a Woody Johnson production. I do not believe Aaron Rodgers was pulling the strings here.
Rich Cimini of ESPN joining us. Read his stuff at ESPN.com. So, Rich, with Rodgers, in your opinion, how much does he have left? In what state do we find him?
Well, he's happy now. I mean, he got his guy. So he got Davante, which I know he's been, chirping about for about a year to try to get him. State of his game, interesting question. He's kind of been all over this year. He had a horrific game against Minnesota in London. He threw 3 picks. It was one of the worst games of his career. I thought he actually played well on Monday night against the Bills, except for that last interception. He's had a great game against New England, and he's had some mediocre games. So he is not the player he was a few years ago when he was winning MVPs with the Packers. I don't think he moves nearly as well as he did. His arm is still dangerous, though. He can still throw the football. He can make every throw. You saw that Hail Mary the other night. I think it was about 60 yards in the air.
Yeah.
He can still sling it. Just doesn't move as well as he once did.